Alright, my book that I chose to read was The Midnight Assassin by Skip Hollandsworth. So here's the hook. As the clock struck midnight, a chilling whisper echoed through the desert streets, signaling the arrival of the elusive midnight assassin, whose shadowy presence left a trail of fear and mystery in its wake. The summary of the book is that in The Midnight Assassin, the city of Austin, Texas experiences fear such as gruesome murders terrorizing the people. However, a determined detective named James Morgan begins to unravel the cryptic clues left behind by the killer, searching through the darkness of the city's secrets while fighting off his own personal demons. As the killer continues to murder, the city worries in anticipation of the next strike. The detective finds himself in an even bigger dilemma where nothing is as it is seems and danger lurks around every corner. The second part of the summary is that tensions start to rise as the killer continues to avoid capture, striking fear into the community. With each gruesome murder, the city becomes more panicked and more suspicious. As the investigators close in on the truth, shocking assumptions emerge, turning allies into rivals. The race to capture the Midnight Assassin intensifies, turning into a dramatic showdown that will test the limits of justice. Some key characters in the book are James B. Buchanan, the city marshal of Austin. Buchanan is tasked with investigating the killings and maintaining order in the city. Another character would be Molly Smith. She's one of the victims of the Midnight Assassin, and she died, unfortunately. And her murder was particularly brutal and attracted a lot of attention from the public. So her murder was like a turning point for the city. And Rebecca Rami, another victim of the Midnight Assassin, and her death ignited the fear of spreading throughout Austin. So hers was a turning point too. Some more key characters are Sarah Harrell. She survived an attack by the Midnight Assassin, and she provided lots of valuable insight on the killer. O. Henry was a young journalist covering the murders for the local newspaper, and his reports filled the city of Austin with fear. And John Bremen Jr., a regular citizen of Austin and one of the key individuals involved in the case. The book structure. So the Midnight Assassin is structured as a narrative nonfiction book. It is divided into chapters that are chronologically follow the events of the murders and the timing of the investigation. It consists of historical research with the storytelling to provide knowledge of the crimes and societal context to the reader. I thought it was interesting the way the book was structured, in my opinion. Some personal connections. So this book strongly reminded me of a TV series I just watched not too long ago called True Detective. It's really good. Check it out. True Detective follows two Louisiana State Police detectives investigating strange and gruesome murders over a long span of time. This series reminds me a lot of The Midnight Assassin, with the plot being a series of long, gruesome murders with a killer who is very hard to catch. Both the lead detectives are struggling with personal issues while working the job. Also reminded me of The Midnight Assassin. An academic response. The level of difficulty for this reading for this book can vary. It depended on if the reader is used to reading historical nonfiction and how engaged they are with the story. The author presents the book in a narrative style, making it engaging and easy to follow, even for readers who may not be familiar with the intricacies of late 19th century America. However, it does contain detailed historical research, which may require some more concentration from the reader. Recommendations. I really enjoyed The Midnight Assassin, and I recommend it to anyone searching for a good true crime book to read if they're looking for it. Although, in my opinion, it was kind of difficult to follow the story sometimes as the writing techniques were unordinary. But I recommend this book to anyone who enjoys mysterious and suspenseful stories. And that is my project.